Hello, welcome to Twisted Tarot. My name is Shelby, and I'll be doing a reading for Taurus today. I'm going to be looking at the entire year. A year is a lot, so I'm going to be breaking it down into chunks, looking at the main energies for the year and the 4 quarters or season. I'm going to be starting with the Unveiled Tarot, and then I'm going to break it down into the 12 months with the Sci-fi Tarot. Now keep in mind, these are reflections and projections. They are not predictions. When I do your monthly readings, I will refer back to these cards, so you don't need to remember anything. This is just to introduce my channel and try to get a collective going. So I'm going to go ahead and ring in Spirit. So as I said, this reading is for Taurus. If you don't have Taurus in Sun, but you have Taurus somewhere else, you may still find something here. Sorry guys, I just dropped the cards. I'm terrible at shuffling, but don't let that deter you. I've been reading tarot for a very long time. I don't really use astrology when I'm reading the cards too much. That's kind of new for me. But I am intuitive, so if anything that deviates from the standard meanings of the card comes in, I will share that with you. These cards are very visually stimulating. They're not very traditional, so the imagery is going to be different than what you're used to seeing, and I invite you to just read the symbols. If you see something different than what I'm saying, just let your mind wander, get into it. So we're looking at Taurus 2026 main energies. Taurus 2026 Taurus. On the bottom of the deck, we have the recurring theme or main energy for the year. Oh, you got one of the rare cards. So this is the Puppeteer. This is not a standard 78 card tarot card. The creator of the deck added 2 extra cards, and I think it's relevant to contemporary society. So this is an archetype. Obviously, it's the Puppeteer. This is really kind of cool because this is very modern. This has to do with having power or giving up power. So whenever we go through the reading, we'll find out if you are the puppeteer or you the one being puppeted. At the top of the deck, we'll look at this one later, but this is the twist or the surprise that you do not see coming in 2026. So for the first quarter, January, February, March, we are looking at the Page of Pentacles. Pages are often referred to as students or messengers. Pentacles has to do with manifesting something in the real world. Sometimes it has to do with work. Sometimes it has to do with money. Sometimes it has to do with stuff. Now, January, February, March, you might be looking at taking on a new skill. You might be looking at going back to school or just learning something new. But this looks like you are taking the steps to upgrade. If you're an adult, you might feel like you're a kid again because of your skill set. You might find that other people know more than you based on the situation. But this is the overall energy for the first 3 months. Something new is happening. It has to do with your aptitudes or your skills, and you are taking a conscious effort to get better at whatever it is. April, May, June, we're looking at spring. You have the Magician. This is an excellent manifestation card. So if this is following from here, you're starting working on a project, gaining new skills. By spring, you've mastered some things. The Magician has every single tool that is available in tarot, and they can use it, to their own will. Now, on the flip side, you have to be careful about exerting too much control or manipulation. If you're on the good side of the Magician, you're just using all of your personal power to get shit done. You don't have to worry about what other people are doing or saying. But whenever we get too caught up in the magician's energy, that means we can become manipulative and we can ignore new information coming in. Summer, July, August, September. Two of Pentacles. So another pentacle coming up, and this means that there might need to be a change or a balance, rebalancing. When the Two of Pentacles shows up, there's usually at least two obvious paths, or this might have to do with work-life balance. So by the time summer hits, you might have too much on your plate, you might have to let something go, or you might have more than one option that you'll have to choose between. We'll see what comes up for the 3 months in these cards, or in the summer. In the fall, it looks amazing. Sun is a very positive card. It cannot be reversed. The sun is brilliant. It helps with growth. So if this card represents you, you're going to be in such a good mindset that you're going to draw positivity towards you because you're going to be radiating positivity. Overall, you have a pretty powerful year coming. I consider the puppeteer as a major arcana. And whenever we see more than one major arcana showing up in a reading, that means that there's some major changes or movements happening. This is a year of manifestation for you. And because the magician showed up, you are the puppeteer. So you have to be careful about the type of power that you are exerting with other people. And it doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It's just sometimes whenever you are powerful and you know that you can get things done by, going about it in a certain way, using your personal power, it's rewards, right? Whenever you get rewarded for behaviors, you keep on with those behaviors. We just have to be careful whenever, our behavior or our power is drowning out other people. So let's break down Page of Pentacles, January, February, March. We'll see if anything comes up about what you could be learning or after. January, February, March. Taurus, January, February, March. Okay, second quarter. Spring. Why do we have the magician here? What are we going to be manifesting in the spring for Taurus? Looking for May and June. May and June. Okay, summer, July, August, September. What are we looking at? Two of Pentacles. Why is the Two of Pentacles here for the summer for Taurus? What are we looking at in the summer? July, August, September. Okay, finally in the fall. October, November, December. Why is the sun in the fall? What do we have going on in the sun that is so great? October, November, December for Taurus. All right, we have all the cards on the table. Let's look at winter, January, February, March. Are we learning something new? Oh, another page. Page of Cups. Okay, so the Page of Cups, again, the page is a student or a messenger, something new or someone new, and this relates to feelings, emotions, or sharing. So you're going to be starting something new in regards to manifesting something in the real world, but it looks like it might have something to do with somebody else. So there might be a partnership going on here in January. February, we have Justice, Major Arcana. So something that you've been waiting on an answer for, or something that did not go as planned in the past is going to be put right, essentially, in February. Justice is what it is. It's the balancing of the scales. March, we have the Ace of Wands. So this is a really great card for starting something new again. The Ace of Wands has to do with passion, creativity, a new idea, an aha moment. And it refers to action. So you're just going to go for something. You're going to have the confidence to go for something new in March. April, May, June. And in this quarter, it looks like you're going to be manifesting some stuff. So what do we got here? Oh, 2 10s and a knight. Okay. So it looks like a lot is going to be released in the spring that will give you the mental, emotional, and physical space to be able to manifest. Something's going on in your life that is really causing a lot of stress. You're overburdened. You're overthinking. And that's what basically these two cards mean: overthinking, overburdened. A lot of strife, lack of sleep. But this means that the worst is over. Once we get out of the 10s, we go right back into the 1s. So basically, after you're sick, you have a cold and you still have the snot left. That's basically what this is you're getting rid of the rest of the ick. And then the Knight of Swords, bam. The Knights mean action. The Knights are forward movement. And the swords have to do with thoughts. So whatever negative thinking you were stuck in at the beginning of the spring, by the end of the spring, you're going to get it. You're going to drop this negative thinking. You're going to have the right idea. You're going to have the confidence and the information that you need to move forward. All right, let's look at summer. 2 of Pentacles. July, August, September. July is going to be a really good month. 9 of Cups is abundance, celebration, living the good life. I mean, you can see how she's, I don't know, is she taking a bath in gold or honey? I don't even know what that is. But, I mean, the illustration kind of says it all. That's the general feeling of the 9 of Cups. You're feeling good. So that's what to expect in July. Another 9 in August. So this is more to do with your material possessions, your manifestations. You're going to gain some sort of wealth on your own. There's going to be something that you do this year that you're not really going to get help from other people with, and you're going to be recognized for it. This is the card of like a successful bachelor or bachelorette, abundant, a lot of power, a lot of personal power. You don't need anybody else's opinion to tell you, you can do this or you can't do that. So that's really good. The summer is looking great. Oh, but then at the end of the summer, we have 5 of Cups. Dun, dun, dun. So this speaks to disappointment, maybe betrayal, but something that you were hoping would go well does not go way as planned. This has to do with regrets. I can't see or say whether this has anything to do with a relationship or if this is just you regretting something on your own. But yeah, at the end of the summer, maybe you're just coming back down to earth because there's 2 months of partying and celebration, and then, got to get ready for fall. And that brings us into October, November, December. Holy! Yeah, you're going to make some money this year. Yeah. So we have the Queen of Pentacles right next to the King of Pentacles. Now, if this was a reading for love, this would be a power couple. This would mean, 2 people who have the balancing energies find each other and they manifest things in the world. So, I mean, that very well could be that you find a partner who you can actually make some major steps with. Also, the Ace of Swords is a breakthrough. A breakthrough that allows you to take steps forward. So, the end of the year, there's going to be new beginnings, and it doesn't look like there's a lot of stress. You have all your ducks in a row, and you're taking a really big step to start something new in 2027. Now, the overall theme for the year is the puppeteer. So that means be aware of your power. Do not be manipulative. Be aware of other people's weaknesses. Let's see what the twist is. What do we have that is a surprise that you don't see coming? Now, I did mention that I see money and projects coming out here, and this confirms that. Ace of Pentacles. This is an offer from the universe. This is material. It could be money. It could be job. It could be a dream that you've been going after. So if I just ignore these for a bit, if the puppeteer is the overall theme and the Ace of Pentacles is the surprise or the twist or what you don't see coming, really it refers back to be aware of your power. Whatever is meant for you is going to get to you, and you don't need to be unfair about it at all. Like, really, earth signs don't tend to be super shady. It's not something Tauruses normally do, so it's kind of funny that the puppeteer came up. But I don't know. It is the year of the horse, and a lot of us who have been like held back in the year 2025, we may feel the need to go faster, go harder in 2026. So this overall reading for the year might just be, check yourself, check your energy, make sure that you're maintaining the good vibes. I mean, bulls can be bullheaded. You don't need to be, though, because you're gonna get some really good stuff by the end of the year. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you connected with it at all, please subscribe, like, comment. I'm going to be keeping track of the cards that came up for you for the entire year. So when I do your monthly readings, I will refer back to these cards to make a little comparison, just for shits and giggles. I know that this stuff works. I want to study it. So thanks again for coming out. I hope I see you again. Ciao.